Hi, this is the fifth case. Adam Nugent Rosenberger, September 9th, 2026. Additional GMC library. We have A4713. Um, Volunteer daily time record. We have Army Regulation 7351. Accounting for library materials. DA PAM 2521. We'll look at DA PAM pamphlet 2538. Army printing distribution procedure. DOD forms 591. We got early commission student supplemental service agreement. And form 7898. Army print request. Okay, those are to be added to GMC. We have DA form 5193, additional National Center missing children, child's face and whereabouts. This is DA form 5193. Well, all right, moving on to ballroom directory. We have 2025 presidential dump folder, which has 469 different things like the committees, house features, and assistances. Organizational directory, joint chief of staff, org directories, open govern document. A lot of directories in it, so those are your ballroom directories. We have the ballroom. We have 114 DoD mail. What's the AFD? Goodfellow Air Force Base telephone directory. Alphabetical list of senators, congressional directories, assignment of senators, Department of Education, international independent agencies, identification code, federal development, Intercar archives, Department of Movie Wayback, President prorated office of senators, names, cabinet members, assistants, bureaus, and that's the first ballroom directory. And then there's telephone directory. We'll look at this one real quick. This is Disco. Um, Shows Department of Defense telephone directory. It's 312 pages long. So we have go to the ball. So we have Bartlett, Jack, and it shows their numbers in the directory. Skip along. Bezos editing shows their rank number. So there's a DoD telephone directory. There's several of them. Like those are known as the discos, and then we have a note. Fifth case. We'll go skip down to ballroom. The ballroom note goes as DoD telephone directory all years reunion to go to Halls Mountain Zuma. How about the White House vetting vets chance on for tickets on the B-52's mails to address ombudsman in a historical get-together from legions and parts unknown, foreign and domestic to one hello Memorial Day in Triumph Ballroom hanging banners of United Friends from ceiling saluted. We'll see your moral welfare for a recreation signed Adams Marie and Nugent cheap tickets balloon creations. We archived Anna Hope bringing me girlfriend. March me down Pennsylvania turnaround parade. Sign the corpse of heaven permits. And that goes with the ballroom, and it's got the congressional directory. and Department of Defense telephone directories. Um, so we'll look at Career Day. Career Day is Army Regulation 690-9050, which I just read. The video's got to be added to it. So we have Career Day, and then there's a steering committee page on this. Um, this is on my website, charterconductor.com. It shows a letter to GMC about a physical library, declassification of articles, public key infrastructure enabling, total performance, letter to GMC about library, a letter about censorship in the adult film library, Army Regulation 3710, records of management, shows non-consensual distribution, intimate images, what to know. Page out of the FDIOG, Title 4681-3032, and Title 18 United States Code 2702C5, videotape and rental centers for videotapes. We have Appendix A, library references. We read the Army Library Interpretation of Bills of Rights. Here we have the Library Steering Committee, how to establish a charter Library Steering Committee. We have Children Internet Protection Act, and in short, we have S333, our smart card records. We have FCC, Children Internet Protection Act, and e-guardianship by the FBI. We have every spec, which goes over the NIST publications, and we have technical order number 5019, Security Assistant Technical Order Program. AF technical no, 5018, and then we have a technical order solicitation or technical order publication request. That's TO19 technical order request form. We have Federal Communications Commissions and submitting audio video material avoiding, shows the FCC, NISPT FIBS, Guide to Land, Security or Guidelines Library README, um, Library Steering Committees. I guess I could pull this up later, but we have Identicare, VeriSign, OrSign. So that was Career Day. There's another page that goes with that. We have Channel 35.1. We have YouTube Channel 5, WDIG, NFL team address list. So here is give me a list of team addresses, and it shows the phone numbers for the National Football League, so it can watch some football on television, right? They always say right NFL for permission to use the tapes. So that's NFL Game Day Channel 35.1. Okay. We did Ballroom, New Street, Utility Street out. Let's see what section scan page we have. American Public Works Association, Policy Natural Gas. This is utilities directories with the address, name of the association, the phone number, and the website, and then things. We have United States utility page. So there's your pole light, fifth case. Company search trunk. We have DMBD charter, United States Security Exchange Commission charter, data management board. So we're looking at a tariff war. So we need to get out of this, looking at the security exchange with the data management board, and comes with instructions. And the instructions is for electronic filing, ship of the document, security exchange, mission, ministry, procedures, technical specifications. All right, let's look at Security Exchange Commission guidelines. All right, here in the United States Security Exchange Commission, you can look up the trunk. You can look in the trunks of any company, electronic data gathering, and examine the books on the company shirts. That's sec.gov search filings. Type the company search number in. It retrieves the information for years past. So that's company search trunk records. We have Canadian car dealer, which is special. We have automotive and China tariffs, automotive in general, free duty for automotive product trade act in Canada, tariff schedule 27 oils and fuels and products. We have amendments adjusting import automobile parts in the United States by the White House. And then I wonder what this one is. It's been a while. The Defensive Economic Cooperation with Canada. Okay, that's drafting class. We have What's the Price? Sean's Autodesk wrote a letter to my brother. There's Adam's AutoCAD. And Adam's AutoCAD on my webpage, it shows BurlaCAD, LibreCAD, Specs and Tack, Autodesk Electrical Black Book, AutoCAD, 2000 Drafting and Design, Mastering SolidWorks, AutoCAD Beginning Intermediate, Tekla Designer User Guide, Autodesk Beginner Intermediate, Complete PCB, OrCAD, Revit, and SNU OpenCourseWare on and other sites. So we have the drafting manuals read. We have Autodesk Borrowable from this is borrowarchive.org. We have online continuing education courses. So these are prescriptions, let's see, human professional development hours, continuing education, online professional engineering license number, accredited platforms, and self-place like none are state-specific territory bills. We have SolidWorks, and here is the Autodesk Turrents. And then what's the price? I go over the price of drawing and an invention kit. So we have Mennonite Supermarket, Grocery Marts. We have Department of Defense NCO's Creed. I don't know why that's in there. That might be a DoD printing request on coupons. We have SCSI markets. We have bottled water candy market, supermarket directory, U.S. Candy bottled water. So we're looking at Dublin Mennonite supermarket directory. We've looking at U.S. alcohol. We got supermarket new distribution study, grocery stores, supermarket new retailers, wholesale directory, supermarket, grocery store, convenience store chains, supermarket, grocery store, convenience stores, and it shows the supermarket new retailers wholesale directory, Fairchild Publication, 7th West, 34th Street, New York, New York, 1001, 8100, 12, 212 630 3880. And that's Dublin Mennonite. I am printing coupons. We'll go back to the fifth case. RCMD Chief of Police Officer and Bailiff of the United States. So we have Zephyr Hills is gay. We have FBI legal specification identification info, e-guardianship, and standard publication questionnaire, IET Soldier's Handbook, Judge Advocate Legal Service Public Questionnaire, DoD Deputization, Army Regulation 27-1, Judge Advocate Can you donate property to the fire department? Practice real estate investing. PF. Court appointed special advocates, police record, Department of Defense commissioner, deputization, DRC locator, FBI vault, FBI legal handbook, JAG investigator, lead guides for commanders, military manual commission, manual for court martial, manual for military commission, Army legal administrator, NCI, NCIS, ASA, BT, mini manual, office administrative law judge, U.S. commanders, and that's RCMD. So we get a almost an officer for sergeant major for the chief of police, and he turns in the ballot for the USMZA. Um, we have George gets an update. State, then we have Dublin Hall, local county library, election file GAA. File legitimate Georgia minimum wage. We have Georgia minimum wage. So Georgia minimum wage. We have ADR Solutions, Central Railroad Express, Law of Laws, Security Emergency Response Commission, State Lottery, Climate Transfer, Treasury Vehicle Employee Legal Update 2025, and we have Adams Train, which is a super cool folder drop train. This folder shows, we'll just look at one of the most recent videos. Alright, so we're looking at, let's do second new generator locomotive. Alright, that's the locomotive. Let's try, vertical manual generator sensitive. We have a generator set that I drew. Let's see if I can get a, so it shows the electrical parts, wash house base, movie application. Hmm. Here we'll look at the train model with X type motors in it. So here is a 1 minute video. I have 5 different locomotives drawn. This shows the two 32 cylinder X type motors with generator set, fuel tanks, voltage regulator, air intake, all the good stuff. So this is a walk around um, of the locomotive I built. I have a lot. So it's a double cab. Those are my own custom motors I've built for the locomotive. And that's that. I'll come to a stop real quick. So, anyways, Super Train is a large file. It's got 219 different things. We have NRC nuclear inspection. We have inspection procedures at nucleatory. This is the inspection procedure for the Nucleatory Regulatory Commission that can be found at nrc.gov reading RM DOC collection NI Security Administration, National Nuclear Security Administration, and Secretary of Nuclear Security, Jill Herby, 202-586-5555, and those are in Washington. We have Nuclear Regulatory Commission, Washington D.C. 25555 0001, phone number 301 415 7000 nrc.gov, and those are your contacts out of the congressional directory. We have military department and inspection, manual audit, assessment procedure, audits and inspection and procedure, configuration, inspection, investigation, inspection, maintenance, inspection records, inspection and training qualification, and training radioactive waste manual. So those are the Nuclear Regulatory Commission collection. We have Valro, which goes into miracle tank cleaning, video, equipment lease agreement, railroad register lines, hazmat. Valro's a gas station. They have FRA memorandum of agreement, information gas oil transfer, miracle tank cleaning, Salco by Adam, Opsman enforcement. Petroleum lease interchange vehicles, railroad acquisition track rights and leases, procedures, petroleum sales agreement, which I'll show you in a minute, rent or lease tanker cars, standard list of American Water Association, transfer oil lease interest. Like we look at the petroleum product. So this is a petroleum product sales agreement by Valro Marketing Supply Company. I have some friend named Raul that works there. So here's the number for the marketing and Valro on the bottom, and it's a 12-page, shows petroleum product sales agreements, Class 1A, and also maybe for the AWWA class inhibitors. We'll close this. We'll close this. So this is about Adam's Miracle Pipe Cleaning again. We did Salco Dry Cleaning, back to water systems. And now, so that's kind of mixed with gas. We have a college bowl game set, NCAA national office. Um, we have pro setting. We have pro set. So the college football games, pro set trading cards, Florida Domestic Limited Liability Company. And it shows how to write them. So they are located at 5572 Southwest 114th Avenue, Cooper Street, Florida 333330. And that's college bowl game sets, American Red Cross, Shelter and Surgeons, ambulance train insignia, shows the ambulance trains for hurricanes, shows the Catechist Medical Department insignia. We have railroad surgeons, a list of old railroad surgeons, and hospitals, Guthrie. Okay, I closed down. Don't ask me why I name these things, when I named them. Okay, so we were at Valro Red Cross, Adams Dollar. We have Department of Labor Acquisition, the DINAP Bulletin, Employment Training, U.S. Labor File, Civilian Labor, Railway Labor, U.S. Department of Labor, Publications, Employment Training, Volunteer, Administrative Instruction, White House Labor Management Relations, all form page, Department of Labor, Directory, dollar software, short school list, manpower off account, issued list, labor directory, CDI. We have labor department at Franz Perkins Building, 200 Constitution Avenue, North Washington, D.C., 2021, 0. Labor Management Disclosure Act. Label rail car in Tampa, Florida, which is old. I live in New Grant Labor Statistics, Order Publications and Training Publications, Railway Labor Tuition Statements, um, um, and Veterans Employing Training Services. That's Adams. That sometimes kids got to face of God. We have Army Library. This matches with the Steering Library Committee. So we have VeriSign, SRIT. Sometimes Kids Got a Face of God. And it shows the book by Bruce Ritter. Sometimes God Has a Kid's Face. And we have Presidential Transition Guide and all the good stuff again. Children Internet Protection Cross Domains. DIC, sometimes this case, moving on, Tripology Education. We have Middle Georgia State University GMC facility and DOD Form 1572. Um, Test log defense non-traditional testing. Adams Course Career Day shows a. These are on the web page. We have Army correspondence page catalog, account 200 Navy Tred 12061 catalog on resident training page count 109, U.S. Ace course catalog page 94, Center Domestic Preparedness 250 pages, Center Disease Control CDS archive, UCIS, National NTD SDH FEM MPD catalog page count 536, GSA Federal Acquisition Service page count 50, Emergency Management Institute page 146, FEMA Independent Study Course listing 4 page, OSHA page count 3, Whole Building Design count 9, NATO Maritime International Course catalog page 9, NATO School Amber Maguli Academic Course catalog, Unitar codes. The page count was 1709, now giving an additional 200 pages and a 300 binder set, estimated 16. So they're mixed with Career Day and Georgia Middle State and Okanee Technical College. Starting at YMCA, we have a practical guide to starting YMCA and its missions. That's a read, so it shows you how to start a YMCA. We have NCIS, Manual DOD, Gates at Sea, Title 46 CFR Part 308, and Transportation Traffic Management DOD publication, and then Army Regulation 5619, Watercraft, those all tabs, and then we get into DOD Form 460 Harbor Log Vessel AB, NCIS, Course Catalog, NATO Maritime Interdiction Operational Training Center, DOD Form 45265, and shows military labeling, handling. We have the Department of Defense Transportation Regulation Management Process Hazards, General Department Defense Custom and Border Clearance, United States entry requirements, importation, privately owned firearms, ammunition, defense articles, Defense Courier Division, Agricultural Cleaning Inspection Requirement, DoD Custom Clearance, Senior Agricultural Agent, Military Customs Officer Exempted, United States Export Requirement, General Guidance, Foreign Custom Clearance, Inter-Module Container Reporting Tracking Inventory Requirements, General Admission, IRS Address, NATO Naval Cooperation Guidance and Shipping, Navy Ship Codes, and Ports Chat GPT. Invent Disc goes over. These are my ideas for making a score, and we'll look at the view list. We have apprenticeship building, Army contracting, writing VCE, PCF user guide, grant notes, disc 1, defensive acquisition labor, and Department of Defense acquisitions. So we'll go back there. We have apprenticeships, contract. We have Army contractor writing system, Army single face industry fed business op, prep solutions, Department of Labor acquisition regulations, Department of Labor union forms, DOI, federal contracting certification, dollar acquisition, drawing AutoCAD grant and business resource, federal employee training, invent kit that I made. Labor management disclosure 1 and 2, railway labor, and what is the price? And the right is a made up movie by me. So this is Adam Score, invent this personal order, ordinary skills, and Department of Labor, Army contracting, officer apprenticeship, federal employee score, defensive acquisition university. We have adult prom at MGA with Section 9, Middle Georgia State University Policy, Food, Beverage, Disc Jockey, Georgia, Chat, BPD. Custom and Borders shows instead of naval this time, it's Defensive Transportation Regulation. We have the same thing as the ports, all the same directives. We have general guidance, border clearance, all that, and defensive transportation regulation, customs at the border. Army Museum D23 8730 Museum Army Artifact Guideline Policy Army Museum, and it shows Proverbs 22:28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy father has set. Do not remove the ancient pass not beyond the ancient boundaries of the found. Do not move the ancient boundary stone which your father has set up. So we have all these our museum enterprise artifacts. Shows the Army Museum. We have Title 10 Army 7715 Army Museum. Moving on to Life Preserver Wholesale Jacket, we got so basically our new motor vehicle safety seat belt for children is nothing but a life preserver at the ocean, and so we move. That's a new life preserver. Same thing. Organization GMC football game. Um, I asked it, who would I write to organize a Georgia football game? If you want a Georgia military football game in Dublin, you typically start with officials or the responsible athletes and write the Georgia Military Athlete Department, 478-387-4704. Rob Manchester, head football coach, Georgia Military Dublin College Dublin campus, and Dr. Cecil Swanson. And also at the Chamber of Commerce Recreational Authority. So that's asking for a GMC football game played in Dublin. And then we have Cat Dog U.S. Postal Service inspection. So can drive for cats and dogs at USSPCA. Donations, SAA printed circuit boards. We have this talks about. I'm not sure if I said this. Excited American Engineer Auto Repair, 1909 East Highway, 377 Grain Bear, Texas. In conclusion, when the new model cars or printed circuit boards can chip the crack, damage in dashboards, send off wrong voltage, certain logic gates, growth and decay, thus operating short and cross-reference signal other missed faults. Solution to replace stratum in the breadboard, harder stratum. The deficiencies must be matched in the same peak performances between resistor and capacitors on growth of the case and sideway waves and significant digit reciprocals, housing spaces and human health engineering systems and removable fuels for fire safety. Recall glit malfunctions can also happen between frequencies of modulation. Stuck circuitry can happen with the automotive power on and off systems while signaling drivers and safety devices. Fuses must be able to be tested and replaced without independence or other secondary circuits. Best practice, each fuse have a single order function. In fuse operation ratings, quality and service, fuses and test malfunction system services and placement diagnostic signal systems individually or with different electrical system traces to point of origin technicalities. Replacement boards should have a stiffer stratum, low conductance and tracing, same reactance as material printed circuit boards operating in all spectrums as original printed circuit boards, for instance, wood stratum. I, Adam Nugent Rosenberger, I ask all the dealers, the Automotive Society engineers with the National Fire Protection Agency for safer driver now. An insurance company depository subsidies American automotive consumers with annuities to owners with safety recalls, ramification, public interest notice warranted in investigations. Respectfully, yours, Adam Nugent Rosenberger. So those are the SA printed circuit boards. We're moving on to Starlink, Georgia. Starlink is a satellite kit for satellite phones in Georgia. Georgia has many highways that don't go for 30 miles without a telephone. So, all forms pages. We have all the forms that I could find, and it should have a letter to the postmaster. And the letter to the postmaster. This is the can you help me with the DA with the form and administration assistance cancellation from time to time? It would do children in my family best, considering civilian civil services, adoption, promise, behavior, moral clemency, information, address, and photography will improve my transcripts. I prefer emancipation, general order, assistance with voluntary submission to promulgated establishment as the duty of the Postal Administration and Social Security terms, provision, and inspection as warranted in General Service Administration for better standings and commission officials with an official business toward the DA of my good fellow's life expectancy, proper tender of debts to the United States, and meddling in God we trust. Thank you, thank you, Postmaster. Proceeds awards on your terms automated management system. And then it shows a list of forms. I've merged them all. It's about 277 forms. I guess we can look at it all. Sorry, those are the merged ones. Let's go back page. It should show all forms. Ultimate forms for Postmaster. So the idea between the letter and the postmaster is there's 271 pages, which would be a three. So we scroll through the forms, and there's some forms here. We have DA forms, voluntary violation inventory. These come active. Some of them are active. Some of them are canceled. We get into Department of Defense forms, travel vouchers, health services, flight issues. So there's like a zillion forms there. And then file case D30, healthcare scams. We look at, all right, we have Adam writes on phone scams. Let's just look at the damn telemarketer scam. So we have, let me read this. I believe I've addressed the issue before. Son of a bitch. We have fraud and abuse. Inspector General Fraud and Abuse 814-988-3111 Federal Communication 445 12th Street, Washington. Federal Deposit Insurance Company General Service Application. Should get GT Federal Credit Union numbers, routing numbers, and then it shows GT Federal Credit Union 188-871-2614 billing service, IT instrument, IT services, DAPAM 2530, IRS location, DOD 45256H, page 49. Section is written to abolish fraud, abuse from telemarketers. Social Security, Medicare have sent out warning letters of this fraud to solve the problem. Social Security sends out a letter to issue with the DOD Public Security Exchange PKI, public key infrastructure macro keys on your own phone instruments of your choosing. Telemarketers on the side will have to apply with the General Service application to conduct telemarketing. The idea to push your your micro key while on the phone. Potential fraud. Telemarketer adds the fault billing database. Phone will hang up and then receive the message received here with the name and address. A list of telemarketers which will make sure with a Senate list showing them the records of the reverse directory. IRS will investigate the fraud and abuse, organized class action, lawsuit, auction, assessment, accruements, and stock. Creating subsidies for Ginnie Mae, government subcontracting loans and business system authorization form 2827, since it was a business. If they are legitimate, IT instrument will not end the call. Miscellaneous, and then so we have healthcare resuscitation note. It would be Medicare, Medicaid, HMO, some street, 123, any street, camp, any town, PA, code session number 001. Shows my name with a fake address. Attempt for the policy owner and applicant. We have decided to follow HIPAA, start a new two-step authorization code process. The authorization code must match the code address on the phone with a physical letter. The application may change the code anytime. The code may change by applicant letter. We are also adopting government plan to have registered agent offices in all states respectively handle inquiries, billing, medical claims. If adopted with the NIST key hash message, authentication can be used to report fraud, medical identity theft, and spam calls open for comments, respectively yours, president, residence. And then it shows a pass key number, some number. That's healthcare scams. We'll look at federal advisor local resurrection. We have assistant listing data publication, and this is a super long list. I mean, it's got like 30,000, like 3,000 entries, and it shows the code federal regulations. Most of them are agricultural, and then it's got yeah about 30,000. Um, these are so we'd have Heiser potential grant, special grants, government. These are the code federal domestic assistance. Let's look at FAA local federal advisory committee and collection library Congress. Let's see which one of these opens the page. Okay. Anyways, we have open meetings for Federal Advisory, Army Conference Committee boards, Army Program Assistance for the data, Code Federal Regulation, Federal Advisory Committee, Charter Template, Congressional Advisory Board, Data Administrations, and then DoD Federal Freedom of Information Act, cancellation exemptions, information provisions, information canons, revised case digest. Let's see what this says. I don't think I looked at this, but all right, this shows a um, we have FAS is the one I'm looking for. This is the GSA Federal Advisory Committee database. You can look up all the federal and advisory committees government wide, and this talks about the reincarnation or resurrection of Federal Advisory Committee Act, the database.gov. And so the point is, if you don't have a committee and you're looking to make one, you can make one with a template and the old school database. We have, we'll look at the commission has, the Federal Advisory Coalition has 666, 810 altogether. And you can see Navy Sea Grant, National Sea Grant, some of the other ones, Committee on Scientific and Marine Mammals, different collections of advisory committees. We'll go back to let's go to file case 32, Conference of Mayors. We have an Army print media distribution, the presidential drop floor, the mayor's budget, which I put together a list that I want to ask for the key to the city or for some duplication records, and shows a list. We have a Microsoft 360 user, might be space on a hard drive. We're in Georgia, so we have the Georgia Technical Authority, which does printing. We have the United States Conference of Mayors, which is at usmayors.org. United States Conference of Mayors is at 1620 I Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., 2006, 202-293-2356, usmayor.org. And all of my works are pretty significant. Hazmat Chatter special in the special environmental sessions. We have file 7 again, Garrison Committee Charter, file 35, Department of Fire Children, Garrison Charter Video, Georgia Oil, Gas and Commission. So we have Hazmat Charter pages, NRC regulation, PHMS tanker car, hazmat material program, Petro Cities, state tanker car form. So the idea is to build an environmental session and hold a study each week. We have Georgia Oil and Gas Commission. So let's review these in detail. Georgia code. So we have petroleum pipeline, sales, storage, petroleum products, oil hazard, spill release, municipal gas authority of Georgia, transportation hazard material, permit from petroleum, eminent domain, permit procedure, underground gas storage, oil, gas deepening well, railroad companies, Article 2, commissions, interstate pipeline distribution systems, and that's the fifth case, D35. U.S. Copy is just finished the other day. I read it the other day. So this is a special Department of Defense instruction in issuance that I've been putting together, and I scribed it myself. These are some of the files that were with the creation. Um, we have let's see, with GMC library break. So this is GMC library break. It's on the website. We'll look at phone scams real quick. What did I want to talk? That's on my website too. But it would be U.S. Clearinghouse, United States Postal Service, Publisher Clearinghouse, United States Postal Inspection Services, and then mainland. Um, do we have DoD Form 410 here? Let's go to, since we're almost done, we'll go to my website. We'll go with phone scams real quick. So we have the United States Postal Inspection Services. We have DoD Form 40410, which is a requisition for telephone services. So we make a template and we publish it in the paper. You sign up for a United States Postal Inspection Service. Will investigate it in the template made by your Excel at home. You also file for the don't call list, and then you have Federal Information Processing Standard Key Hash Authentication Code, Department of Defense telephone monitoring and recording, and then that goes into S333R rated disc, DoD instruction, telework, remote work. We have guide to telework and remote work in federal government. We have an IRS list of addresses to DoD Form 4525. 452568, October 1981. And then we have a couple other ones. Sometimes God has a face of kids. Sometimes God has a kid's face. Bruce Whitaker, 2015 complete television, radio, cable directory. We have mental support hotline. Read the first gold team complete television record inventory. And I guess we'll click that one real quick. So this book is the complete television record inventory, and it's going to ask me to borrow it, but it is 51 pages long, and then so I read the first pages in the beginning. I'm going to borrow it. Let's go back to charter and conductor real quick while that thinks it out. Um, so we're at Sometime Kids Has a Face of God. We have Bruce Whitaker. We have the 2015 Table Radio. This is the 237 page book. The Complete Television Radio, Complete Mental Health Directory, Comprehensive Source of Professional Individuals, Medical Mental Health. Army Institute Professional Development, Chief Radio Engineer, Clinical Quality Management, Army Force Radio Television Service Collection, FCC Consumer Guide, Children Internet Protection Act, Children Internet Protection, Federal Communications tells you where to get the television guide at. And for processing, we have Adult Protective Services, as is Vulnerable Adult. We have in Dinner Trust, VeriSign Orca, and we have the FBI Domestic Investigation, and it's been secretly crossed out unclassified. You can find it on the internet. We have EFOPA, Freedom of Information Privacy Act, goes hand in hand with e-guardianship and FBI requesting FBI records, e-guardianship. We have victim witness assistance, special victim counsel, human trafficking notice filing, information complaint, and the American Red Cross. We'll move on to, let's go to single pages here, and then we'll flip through. So just a quick look in the middle of the book. We have a list of radio stations in the United States, and it shows the radio stations, their frequency, their license, their network, their broadcast, new roads, and it shows there's got to be at least so television, radio industry. We have radio industry junction, different Kansas cities, and then there's at least 15, 20 of them on different pages, and you just scroll and scroll and scroll. So that's that. And then we'll go back to, I got one more thing to show you, and that is, well, learning strategies, library steering committee. We have the library steering committee, which I tried to look at the letter to GMC, and then that's for about establishing a library program that goes hand in hand with the Children and Internet Protection Adult Film in the Pentagon, which I'm going to send a letter to. You can non-consensual data. So we're looking at the steering committee with Children Internet Protection requesting a syllabus. We have Army Regulation, Army Library Steering Committee. The GMC jailbreak at the same time would get rid with common access cards generated for the library could in the letter. So we have library program user generated this is the American Library Bill of Rights. We have Child Internet Protection Act S333R, Child Internet E-Guardianship, National Institute of FIBS, Security Assistance Technical Program, AFI Technical Ordering System, Technical Order Publication Request, Security Declassification Mandatory Review, and then the other part, wait. Here we are, the FTCC Communication, FIPS Guide to Land, SRG, SDIG Library README, Common Access Cards, Freedom of Information, Online Information Management, Electronic PO Key, DoD Mandatory Declassification Review, DoD Cybersecurity Pentagon Access, GMC Student Handbook, DoD Stars and Stripes Copyrighted Video Recordings, DAI Public Affairs, VeriSign, Orca, Identitrust, Army Library Accounting, Cross-Domain Solutions, Open Source Intelligence, Key Hash Method, Authentication Code, DoD Instruction, Cross-Domain Policy, OGAC Title Education and Libraries, a new tuition adjustment, number 1098, lottery built scholarship spread more evenly, state college bill this, and ISO symbol of this, honor corps volunteer towards testing fees, teaching done by public military training teacher, military specialist, apprenticeship accredited professions, GMC policy, student policy, free tutoring, creating a syllabus, completing syllabus, move up the total Army performance evaluation system, higher confidential security associated classification, coursework allows newer syllabus, collect classroom sitting starting at the age of the earlier enrollment of conditions not administered with the testing or classwork, remaining silent during the duration in the rear of the classroom, no credits or grades, independent college diploma costs of minimum at $2,500 and 2-year degree, $3,500 a year to 100 students as employment of volunteer work hours pays for the testing at a $10 an hour Army Correspondence Course program. Testing starts at $50 a course, or the tip the trainer. Post-secondary educational facility run out the classroom after hours, handle administrative of the Microsoft team, Google Classrooms, Luke Book, student financial aid, SharePoint, senior project, letter to mentor, essay paper, video, mentor hours, 45 presentation to community, grant govs, alteration template, Madam's office apprenticeship listing, RapidNet code, job project, student creating Google or Microsoft syllabus, hybrid last competency on the job training for apprenticeship creation, varsity notes passed on, open courseware, archive.org textbook filter, office of personal management with postmaster change of the data to carrier date, listed forms career data create with the data, Army Correspondence, Navy Triad, GCS, CDC, Cyber, Department of Homeland Security, NEDTES, Government Annual, GMC Library, Ace Castle, OSHA, Building Native Observe, and more. Dantes, DSS, SST, testing log, free GED, testing monitor state.org, merited Adams employment graduation check pay vouchers and scholarship with delays, and Adam Nugent Rosenberg, June 15th, 2016. So there's a letter. Go back to the letter on the program. It says, I have some ideas that stand in the United States active libraries. If you read this, it shows creating, it's 6 pages. It gets into the library government printing office, and then publication, freedom and network. And I'm going to read you one more thing, and this is last of all. We call it Adam's Ideas on. So we mix the library study committee. We go AI produced videos, visual camera angle, script analysis, DoD, AI public affairs matrix for examination, model avatar, timestamp production, right to examine the tape, audio original raster image and still in frames with HTML view page source shortcut key open software DARPA analysis code analysis created by AI platform structure license barred, also available for public key inspection by open developer tool shortcut keys and AI. Give the AI generated software code from original authentication common the intrusive ask SRG and STIG DODI public affairs Department of Health Human and Integration Spectrum and Enforcement Examination carbon copy process software freedom of information policy, the term profit freeware. In addition, adult film ran actively created public key infrastructure ID NCMEC domain adult films name structure with the protection server that is to address the intimate actor of the publicly internet searches and social guards to similar securities from public domain for intimate pictures shared on human trafficking issues on the issue of film libraries not catalog films investigation privately listed submission following reportable National Center of Missing Children Operation Database Publication Development at Large and Subscription Still Printed NCA National Center of Missing Children Photo Contest Missing Genocidal Issues Common Access Card Issues. Will the bank of the new drive of the S33R assign a boot sector to the cryptocurrency watermark username upload turnout reciprocity of the bank make driven licenses update and free screening mandatory every 3 years. Investigate 1 year cross-domain videos still at Title 42 United States Code. Make cross-domain baseline list on video turnout authorizing official that make adult film banking licenses. You are your body's evidence as yourself or we up to current weight. Security check of the Information Risk Management Committee personal identifiable information waivers of memorandum of agreement to risk of management framework reliable humanitarian human health and integration reviews. You are your library. Remember, one blood vital. You are your body's evidence. Right to add yourself nationally to your national security due process adult film security. You can also apply for security services special passports. If you did or never did, that is your own privacy. American Library Association. You remember your Children Internet Protection Act to some libraries laws adopted by some other library steering committee. Cross remaining the domains international. If you do, out of the shape of a different licensing bank DoD biometrics. Online messaging, classified, no affiliation, public viewers, super listed, industry stop, and filter information check ups with social solicitation true blue checklist provided with the internet service proctor of the national viewing and the private browsing history catalog net fashion to promote autonomously, anonymously, without controller on the issue of the advertisement, newly generated advertisement, prompted questionnaire, industry listing of that commercial promotions with or without an ad block generate. So here it got, this is where I kind of stopped on the adult film thing, and then went on to like video. General license on privacy law, liberally, socially solicited, favored, warned, fast miles against privacy, translations, issues, solicited messages, Army Force, television radio system, DoD channel bracket issues to read. Section Child Abuse Act 1970, Title 40, U.S. Standard Code 813032, Title 18, United States Code 271T5. Videotape rental sales, rental Title 18, United States Code 2710, Chairman, Joint Chief of Staff 6440C. Internet provided site, so the internet goes, internet provider citing hosting in the bill, only purchase domains, keep the containment with the cross domain resolved and cross-reference. SRG with the SCG with the research review policy, pursue with the provision adherence to law, examine the logic of DoD, public affairs, matrix, confidential, and physical, examine the bondage films with the glory hole, basement, open scap, and then SIM, security information environmental solutions. Did I tell the worst two ones? So the worst two ones, me and my friend came up with a joke about the glory, we call it the glory hole basement, but if you ever check out some bondage films my buddy told me about Bloody Bloody X and water bondage, and that's why I wrote this. So we have National Center Mission Exploited Children invited to apply Mission People Social Security letter, other Social Security letters, DA form, fingerprint, Mission Children Assistance, Trafficking, Victims Preventing Trafficking of Girls, FEMA in Human Trafficking Awareness, FEMA Employment Child Face, and that pretty much is the whole case to if you mix the Army Library with all what I just told you, we have a pretty nice stand. So we have G. Human Pricing Inventions Show, Operation Lifesaver, which is probably already had. Thank you.